Today I felt like spicing the intro up a little, so I decided to break into a random person's bathroom to record it. Anyways, remember Talking Tom, that game that was like super huge in like 2012, 2013? Apparently, they made a animated series about it, something I only found out because of my TikTok For You page. I very well could have known about it and just like repressed the memory, but as far as I know, this just appeared into existence one day. I'm convinced. Anyways, I think I hear the cops now, so I should probably get back to my desk.
Whew, just in time. Anyways, as I was saying, I guess there's a Talking Tom animated series on YouTube and Disney.com for some reason. Okay, technically there's also a full-length series that ran for 7 years somehow, completely unbeknownst to me, called Talking Tom and Friends instead of Talking Friends, which is the one that we're going to be talking about today, mostly because I found it first. That being said, I did decide to dive right in, because that's what I, as a grown man, felt like doing on my day off work, watching a children's TV show or YouTube show based off of a mobile game. Is this a cry for help? I really don't know anymore, but I guess if you want my hard-hitting analysis on the 2014 to 2021 show Talking Tom and Friends, let me know, because at this point I'm not above subjecting myself to something like that. Right away, the first thing that I noticed was that in the intro, there's all the iconic characters that we know and love. You know, Tom, Angela, Ben, Ginger, the bird, whose name I totally didn't forget, and this fucking giraffe? Like, who the hell is this giraffe? Nobody knows this giraffe, but apparently it's, Ginger's, like, stuffed toy, I guess. Also, these guys live in the Grand Canyon for no real reason that I can discern. Like, it's just kind of an established fact, and we roll with the punches. As far as I know, it's not mentioned in the show, or even alluded to once. I guess it's just, like, a backdrop. The animation style is, like, surprisingly good and crisp, compared to what I was expecting, albeit every character looks at least, like, 5%, more like they're on some sort of hard drug than they usually do, especially Ben. Like, I think I'm gonna have nightmares about this frame. It kind of looks like he's asking me to take ibuprofen with him. It's established early in episode 1 that Tom has a car.
Isn't that your car?
Yep, and I just washed it.
Had a car, I guess. But, like, what? What? Who the fuck gave that cat a license? But, like, a minute later in that episode, the robot also eats Ginger. And the rest of the gang is, like, very not at all concerned or bothered by it. They're very apathetic. Like, he falls out of the robot as soon as they kill it. But, like, you watched one of your friends get eaten, and nobody seems to be bothered by that whatsoever, including Ginger himself, to be fair. I guess just to give you an idea of the depraved, sick cast of characters that we have to deal with here.
Hike and four.
Did someone yell hike and four?
Did someone yell hike and four?
Yeah, I'm not ashamed at all to admit that that made me laugh way harder than it should have. But it begs the question, since cats and dogs and whatnot are real creatures in our universe, like in our world, do the people in the Talking Friends universe, like, own humans as pets? Or are humans some sort of, like, subservient species in this universe? Answers urgently, please. I really need to know.
Holy catnip, Ben! Holy catnip, Ben! You're a genius! You're a genius! I love eating toenails. I love Ew, you're gross.
Yo, this show is fucking hilarious, bro. I don't care who knows it. Am I 6? God, that's a reaction a 6-year-old would have to Talking Friends. Anyways, episode 3 is called Jetpack Cat, and wait, say that again?
That's it. I'm one angry bird.
Wait, say that again? In the 4th episode, Tom is, like, lamenting about nothing newsworthy ever happening in the place that they live, which, like, no shit, dude, you live in the Grand Canyon, for reasons still yet to be explained, mind you. Still not addressed whatsoever. And Ben also makes a Rupert Murdoch reference, because I'm sure that will go well with all the kiddos. That'll land. All the kids know who Rupert Murdoch is. Also, apparently, I forgot to mention up until now, but in this series, Ben is this sort of like super genius inventor type, which I definitely don't remember from when IShowSpeed was talking to him all of those times. I must have blotted that one out or something, memory hold it, I guess, but it's not something I remember about Talking Ben. Yo, actually, I thought Talking Ben was supposed to be like an old man, right? Like, that's how he presents in the game, you know? Because he's just like, you know, sat on his sofa, or not his sofa, his chair, with his newspaper and his rotary phone. That makes no sense. You know, this show is not lore accurate. Or Talking Ben is. I don't know which one came first. I think Talking Ben came first. Talking Ben stands in the comments. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Freedom of the press, workplace harassment increases.
Like, come on. Am I supposed to find that not funny? I don't mean to even be using so many clips of the show itself either, but there's no way that I can accurately describe something like that to express how much it caught me off guard in a show that I kind of expected to be straight up slop for toddlers. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that it's the pinnacle of television writing or anything, but it's so much funnier than it has any right to be. So much funnier than it needed to be. It took like 5 episodes for Angela to even show up, which is crazy to me, considering she's like Tom's boo thing, and I guess I always considered her to be like the 1A, or the 1B to his 1A in the Talking Friends extended universe. But anyways, Tom is like horny for her or something, I guess. I don't know about that one, man. But as an aside, because I have nothing else to say about this episode really, y'all remember back when this franchise was like super popular and all of those people were like making conspiracy theories and saying that Talking Angela had like people in the reflection of her eyes that were like collecting info from kids to kidnap them and spying on them and stuff? God, people were so stupid back then. Thank God that nobody is that susceptible to misinformation on the internet these days, right? I will say there are definitely some aspects of this show that make you remember that it was made in 2012.
Take that, you noobs! I so pwned you!
God, that is really, really a time capsule. But overall, this show is pretty ahead of its time, and I just realized that I'm unironically glazing a Talking Tom show. Oh my god, I need to be put down. But yeah, the point being, the early 2010s speak is a little rough to get through.
What was the best decade to live in?
50s, no question.
The 80s were bad to the bone. Bad.
Bad! This is the episode that's been going around on TikTok, and God, everything about this clip just kills me. The fucking parrot immediately going 50s, no question. It's even funnier now. It was funny before, it's even funnier now that I have the prior context of having watched the show, because like his entire character is that like he's an asshole. He definitely meant that with racist intentions. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind. But Ben and Angela also go on to say the 60s and the 1920s, so maybe there's just no saving anyone in this group, except poor Ginger. Man, they didn't even give him a chance to answer, and honestly, they're so mean to him throughout the whole show, and frankly, I don't think I'm gonna stand for it any longer.
The cold war's getting tougher. You better duck and cover. Doing big atomic tests. All the men go to work and the women do the rest.
I don't have a good feeling about that bird. I just don't. I went into this like really wanting to be facetious and make fun of this because it's a ridiculous thing to have existed and it's a massive time capsule. But like, I feel so stupid, but I genuinely really enjoyed watching this series. Like, obviously it's a kid's show, but man, some of those jokes hit me in a good way, and they were way funnier than they had any right to be relative to my expectations. And I found myself kind of enjoying watching this. Of course, like halfway through the series, I went through the existential crisis, realizing that I was wholeheartedly enjoying a Talking Tom series made for tiny little babies whose frontal lobe hadn't fully developed yet. But oh well, peak television is peak television, I guess. By the way, thanks for 300 subscribers on this channel. That's pretty neat. To celebrate, I will be formally requesting $100 from everyone who has watched this or any video on the channel. Thank you so much in advance. But no, seriously, it's been pretty cool to see how responsive people have been to some of the recent stuff I've been posting since I kind of got in the habit again and started with an upload schedule, because, oh no, an upload schedule helps. But as always, if there's something you want to see me talk about, let me know. Absolutely feel free to. I'm always looking for more bullshit to let me flap my jaws for a little bit. I've actually been thinking about opening a, like a little Google Doc to have people put in their suggestions of what I should do a video about. So if that's something that you would be interested in, please give your take. Let me know if that's something you would want to maybe partake in. But that's gonna be all from me for now. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you subscribed the video, leave a subscribe. Let me know if you like this sort of stuff. I've actually been meaning to, like, or not meaning to, but like wanting to, starting a series. Yeah. Let's try this again. I'd actually love to start a series like this where I take a kid's show or series and poke fun at it and take it way too seriously, like I've kind of been doing with all of the crappy kids YouTube channels. And I definitely did this in one take. That's the most important part of all of this, is that I didn't even flub the first take. But until next time, I'm out of here.